Did you know that every single office actually operates as two completely distinct organizations? There's the one you see and the one you don't. You want to understand how things really get done and how to protect yourself while doing it, you absolutely need to understand the hidden office game.
I mean, just look at the typical org chart, right? You've got the official titles, the reporting lines, the whole hierarchy HR puts in the employee handbook. But parallel to that, that is where the hidden power lives. Because let's be real, the people who get promoted first aren't always the smartest people in the room. They aren't even always the hardest workers. Often they're simply the folks who figured out this hidden game of influence. Think about that one person in your office who seems to get literally everything approved. They might not be a VP or a director, but somehow they know exactly how to bypass all the red tape without losing their integrity along the way. That right there, that's the hidden power at work.
And hey, this concept isn't exactly new. Over 500 years ago, Niccolo Machiavelli wrote The Prince for rulers trying to survive incredibly dangerous political environments. Now you might be thinking, okay, what does a 16th century political guide have to do with my modern office? Well, surprisingly, almost everything. When you strip away the laptops and the Zoom calls, a corporation is really just a collection of ambitious people competing for limited resources and recognition. These 500-year-old principles, they still exist today. Not as ruthless laws you should follow blindly, but as behavioral patterns you absolutely must recognize before they're used against you. Because honestly, if you don't see the game being played, you're probably the one being played.
So, how do we actually spot these patterns? Well, it starts with rule number 1. Speak less than necessary. Take a second to think about that. Notice how the most respected leaders in your company often pause deliberately before they answer a question. They don't just fill dead air because it feels awkward. See, the more you talk, the more opportunities people have to misunderstand you, or worse, use your own words against you. We've all rambled in a meeting and accidentally committed to a crazy deadline, right? Or shared a half-baked idea that just got instantly shot down. Listen, silence creates mystery and authority. Talking too much and oversharing, that just creates vulnerability. When you speak less, the words you do say carry so much more weight.
Which brings us right into rule number 2. Never outshine the boss. Now, let me be crystal clear here. Doing great work is absolutely crucial. You need to be competent and driven. But overshadowing your leadership is a highly dangerous trap that so many smart, ambitious people fall into. Imagine you're in this massive cross-departmental meeting. Your boss pitches an idea, and you immediately jump in to correct them with your quote-unquote better solution in front of all the senior execs. You might think you're showing initiative, but what you've actually done is trigger an unspoken insecurity.
Because there is a massive difference between making your leaders look successful and making your direct managers feel totally irrelevant. If your brilliance makes your manager insecure, you've just painted a target on your own back. It's just human nature. People in power want to feel secure in their authority. The smartest professionals out there, they grow their influence in the shadows. They focus all their energy on making their leaders look incredibly successful to the rest of the company, while quietly and steadily building their own undeniable reputation behind the scenes. When your boss looks good because of your work, they become your biggest advocate. You become indispensable rather than a threat.
Okay, rule number 3, guard your intentions. I gotta warn you, this one fundamentally challenges our modern instinct to over-communicate. We live in an era where everyone wants to broadcast their next big move. But if you announce your goals too early, you very often attract resistance before you've made any real progress. Think about the last time you shared a brilliant project idea in a casual chat thread, only to find out a week later someone else is suddenly pitching your exact concept to the leadership team. Yeah. The harsh reality of the hidden organization is that not everyone celebrating your plans is actually rooting for your success. Some folks are just taking notes.
Because sometimes, the strongest move is moving silently. Just let that sink in for a moment. We so often think of power as being loud, commanding, dominating the room. We picture the person talking the loudest at the conference table. But here is the surprising truth about the most powerful people. They rarely try to control everyone else. What they actually do is control themselves. They master their impulses. They gather info, build their strategy, and execute their plans without needing a round of applause every step of the way. By the time their intentions are clear to the rest of the office, the goal has already been achieved.
And that quiet discipline is the exact foundation of rule number 4, protect your reputation. Research consistently shows that your reputation is the ultimate bedrock, shaping trust, cooperation, and your future career opportunities. And it operates entirely in the background. Your reputation is literally being discussed right now in closed-door promotion meetings that you will never be invited to. And here's the terrifying part you need to remember. One careless mistake, one emotional outburst in a late-night email can spread through an office way faster than years of consistent good work. We humans are hardwired for negativity bias. So remember this crucial takeaway. Your reputation enters the room long before you do, and it stays there long after you leave. Now, let's be real. Success in the workplace is almost never a solo achievement. You need people in your corner. Which brings us to rule number 5. Choose allies carefully. But listen, you have to build relationships with people who are truly respected by the organization, not just the ones who are the most vocal or popular. There's a huge difference between the person everyone wants to grab lunch with and the person whose opinion the CEO actually trusts. The right alliance can open massive doors for you. It gives you cover when you mess up and amplifies your wins. But aligning yourself with the wrong person, taking the side of someone who has quietly burned all their political capital, that can permanently close doors you didn't even know existed.
Which leads us to our 6th and final rule. Know when not to fight. Man, it is so easy to get caught up in the heat of the moment. We have all been there, reading a message that completely mischaracterizes our work, feeling your blood boil, and immediately typing out a 3-paragraph defense. But fighting to win every single minor argument will absolutely cost you the relationships that actually matter the most. You might win the email skirmish today, but you'll lose the war when that same person refuses to expedite a critical request for you 6 months down the road. Real influence isn't about crushing your opponents. It's about knowing exactly which battles are actually worth fighting in the grand scheme of things.
Remember this, not every battle deserves your energy. Walking away isn't a sign of weakness or defeat. It is a highly calculated strategy to preserve your political capital and your energy for the moments that will actually move the needle on your career. Think of your influence like a currency. Are you going to spend it all arguing over a minor formatting issue on a slide deck? Or are you going to save it to push for that major promotion or that massive project budget? The most influential people simply let the small stuff slide right off their backs because they are entirely focused on the long game.
So let's loop back to that opening mystery we started with. This hidden organization, this secondary structure breathing underneath your office, isn't controlled by the titles on your business cards or the official onboarding docs. It is built entirely on perception, trust, timing, and influence. And mastering these rules, it isn't about becoming some manipulative villain who steps on colleagues to get to the top. No way. It's about mastering these 4 traits so that you simply stop being manipulated yourself. It's a defensive strategy. You learn to see the board clearly, recognize the plays being run around you, and navigate your career with real intention, rather than just crossing your fingers and hoping hard work alone will be enough.
So I want to leave you with a powerful question. Which of these rules do you think is absolutely the most important in today's workplace? Take a second to think about your own office dynamics right now. Where are you currently thriving, and where might you be just a little vulnerable? If you found this explainer valuable and you love exploring the psychology, strategy, and human behavior that drives our daily lives, make sure to subscribe to InfoRiver. Keep learning, keep observing the hidden game, and I promise you, you will never look at your colleagues or your career the exact same way again.